everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Noelle for those who don't know. And for today's video, I'm going to be talking all about my first year at Georgia State University. I'm super excited to do this video because when I was applying to college my senior year, I did in 2018, I looked up all the colleges I was planning to apply to or go to on YouTube because I knew that tons of people made videos about their freshman year, especially at these schools. And I thought it would give me like really good insight into how my first year would go. So that is why I'm doing this for people because I know Georgia State is a popular school to go to for all sorts of people in Georgia and out of Georgia. So I hope my video is helpful. So I'm going to mainly be talking about the reasons why my freshman year was basically a 10 out of 10. If I'm being more realistic, I'll say a 9 out of 10. But it was a really good first year. Like, I barely have any complaints about how my first year went. So the first thing that I think made my freshman year at Georgia State really fun was living on campus. Now I know living on campus for some people is a testy subject because one, it can become super expensive, and two, people are like really scared and like, I don't want to live with people. People are weird. People are gross. And I can completely understand both of those problems, especially the expensive part because college is expensive. I know that. My parents know that. Everyone knows college is expensive. And then to top it on the fact that you could be living with a stranger, perhaps, can be a little nerve wracking. But really and truly, I feel like living on campus is what made my first year at Georgia State fun for many different reasons. The first reason is living on campus opens you to lots of doors and opportunities to make new friends. Going to college can be very hard and confusing, especially if you don't know people, and it can be kind of lonely as well. And living on campus just, going to college, you're going to make new friends regardless if you live on campus or not, especially at a school like Georgia State. Like, there's someone for everybody there. But living on campus definitely gives you more leeway to make friends because you're living with people, you're always around people. You go downstairs to get breakfast, there's people. You're walking to the gym or something, there's people. Like, there's you're always around people, you're bound to make friends. And I just feel like friends is what helps make your first year at college fun, no matter what school you go to. So there's three different freshman dorms at Georgia State University. There's Piedmont North, Piedmont Central, and Patton Hall. So I lived at Piedmont Central, which is like a newer freshman dorm. It has 12 floors, and I lived on a kind of a special floor, if you would say. I lived on a living learning community, or LLC for short, and basically that meant that a whole bunch of people that lived on my floor had the same major or something similar to my major. So for example, I was a nursing major. So me and all my three roommates slash street mates, we were all nursing majors. And there was different rooms on the floor who were also all nursing majors. And then there was a good portion of people on the floor who were STEM majors. So my LLC was a nursing STEM floor. Not everyone on the floor was nursing in STEM. We had people who were undecided. We had art majors. We had business majors. But a good majority, at least half, were nursing in STEM. And our RAs were also nursing or STEM majors of some sort. And so that just really provided so many cool opportunities that other people living on campus did not get to experience. We got more advice from our RAs being the same major as us. They also let us know about a lot more opportunities and things going on campus because since Georgia State is such a big school, it's so easy to not know about things going on campus, especially in regards to your major. So they let us know about that stuff. And it also just created a bond between you and a lot of the other people, whether it be your roommates or just people on your floor, because 9 times out of 10, you guys are taking the same classes, similar classes, and you guys can all struggle in those classes together. What a great experience. That's one reason why I think living on campus is great. If you have the opportunity to live in an LLC, they have LLCs for different majors. So if you have the opportunity to live in one, I suggest doing it. It's not an extra charge. You can just apply for it along with your housing application. And if I could do that again this year as a sophomore, I would. Another reason why I say living on campus is fun is because you get to experience a lot of other fun activities that commuting students do not. For example, at each of the dorms and dining halls, they have different events going on randomly throughout the school year. Like, they'll have fraternity showcases and dance offs at different dorms, or at Piedmont Central, they had a carnival one night, and it was really fun. And at that carnival, they had a radio station. I think it was 109.9, and they were giving away little baby concert tickets. So stuff like that you wouldn't experience if you didn't live on campus, and it's just more fun. It just adds on to your freshman year. It makes your year more fun. I keep on saying fun. It just makes your year better. They're free experiences, like you pay for it technically by living there, so why not go to them, obviously. If you're not a picky eater, the dining halls are pretty decent. They're good, and they have different theme nights too. Like there's a seafood night, there's wing nights every single week, and wing nights, you'll learn about wing nights. Those are fun. So yeah, just experience that and have fun with that. And if you live in Piedmont Central, also like I did, it had the 24-hour dining hall. The dining halls associated with Patton and Piedmont North are not 24 hours. So living on Piedmont Central was a plus because if you wanted food at 3 o'clock in the morning, I mean, there's not many options, but if you wanted some, you could go down there and get it and not have to leave your dorm like some of the other residents at different halls did. I really enjoy living on campus. It gave me just an idea of what it's like to live without my parents and being by myself and being on my own. And it was so fun. Like, I did whatever I wanted to do. And yeah, it was fun. I have no complaints about it at all. And I enjoyed doing it. Also, about the housing, for whatever reason, the housing at Georgia State is truly crazy. Like I don't know why it just goes by so quick, and there's always a waiting list. Like, and the waiting list goes from 0 to like 450 something. Like there's always over 400 people waiting to get housing at Georgia State. I don't know why it's so bad. Like I really don't. So if you're going to be applying for housing, make sure you do it quickly, fast, ASAP. Submit that deposit, girl, because it's gonna be gone. Like they will give it up. Another reason why I say my first year of college was really fun is because I really took advantage of the fact that I was in Atlanta and that there's so much to do in Atlanta in itself. You know, at Georgia State, they have a lot of parties, right? A lot of entertainment in that aspect. And if you're into parties, that is great. Georgia State has that. You will not be partyless. You will see flyers for parties every single week. And if you don't see the flyers on the posts or on the trees outside, there will be someone handing them out to you. Like parties are they're there, okay? But I'm not really a party person. My roommate wasn't really a party person, so we have to find things that would entertain more. Like I went to a few parties, like kickbacks or when the football players do parties, I went to that. But these promoted parties where you stand in line and pay, I wasn't really a fan of that. I never went to one, so I can't really tell you how those were, but I can tell you about the other fun things to do in Atlanta. So some of the fun things I did in Atlanta was, for example, I went to Pawn City Market for the first time ever. I enjoyed that. I went to the Atlantic Beltline for the first time. Atlanta Beltline for the first time ever. I went to Five Points for the first time ever. I also went to Music Midtown. Stand up, drink, pass out, drink, wake up, drink, fade it, drink, fade it. And I went to a Georgia Smith concert at the Tabernacle. I went to Afro Punk.
So it's Afro Punk, but Afro Punk means everybody.
There's just a lot of stuff to do besides parties and the regular things at Georgia State. And if you're in Atlanta, why not do it? Why not branch out of your surroundings? Try new restaurants. Go to a Spanish club. I went to a Spanish club twice in Midtown. It's called Loca Luna. Just branch out and have fun. If you like parties, then by all means, go to the parties and live your best life. Spend hundreds of dollars on parties. But if you're not really a party person, there's so much for you to do, and you're gonna love it because I loved it. Another reason why I said I had a really great first year at Georgia State is because I also went to events that Georgia State put together and hosted. For example, I went to football games, like home football games, and you know, our football team, we might not win, but football games in itself, they're fun. Tailgating is fun. Like football games are just a great social experience and a way to hang out, and it's free, so why not just go? Same thing with the basketball games. Our basketball team is popping, and those games are just full of so much energy, and they're just so much fun. Like by all means, please go to football and basketball games. You will enjoy yourself. I never had a bad time at either of those games. I also went to events that Georgia State put together through their various organizations. Like when they had prominent people from the media come to school, I went to that. So, for example, I went to a what do you call it? Like a talk held by the founder of the Me Too movement named Tarana Burke. That was really interesting and cool. It was good to hear. It was cool to hear her speak. So I've always seen her on TV, and she appeared in the R. Kelly documentary, and I was just like, wow, this lady who has done so much for victims of sexual violence is at Georgia State. Why would I not take the opportunity to go and listen to her? And then I also went to a panel with Don Lemon from CNN, and that was really cool because I always watch Don Lemon on TV at my house, and he's like a household name, and so it was really cool to go and see him and listen to him and get pictures with him. And it was also really cool for people who are journalism majors because they want to go into that industry, they want to be news reporters and all that stuff. So if they were able to go to the panel and ask him questions and talk to him, and that's just really cool. That's a great opportunity. So go to these things when they're available. Georgia State also had John Legend. Yes, you heard me. John Legend come to our school, and that was so cool. But guess who didn't know about it? Me. Like I said, it is hard to know about stuff sometimes at Georgia State. If you want to find out about events, big events, and big people coming to Georgia State, you need to go to the Student Center East, because they'll always have like posters up and announcements up about who's coming, when they're coming, and go and find out, because you'll be like me and sad that you missed John Legend. He had come to promote Stacey Abrams during the election in November, and I missed the opportunity. So don't be like me. Georgia State also had Blackcom, and he did a showcase. Like, he was a performer at our spring showcase. I didn't go to that, but that looked like it was also a good time. So, like I said, go to these events, go to the things Georgia State's put together, because Georgia State, they do try to provide stuff for us. Like, people, they need more credit. They getting all those people in 1 year is pretty darn good, if you ask me. And out of all those events I listed, Tarana Burke, Don Lemon, John Legend, and Black, the only one that had to be paid for was Black. Everything else you automatically pay for with your student fees, like in your cost to go to school. So if you're paying for it, might as well go to it, might as well enjoy it, might as well learn about the world outside of Georgia State and Atlanta, and might as well get pictures with these people. Hello, we all want pictures. I'm building up my pictures with famous people collection over the next couple of years, okay? Y'all are wondering why I'm drinking water out of a mason jar. I'm just really trying to increase my water intake, and this is how I do it. This is how when I'm at home anyway. Another reason why I said that I had a good first year at Georgia State is because even though I listed all those fun things that I did and went to, you guys, I still really focused on school. School comes first. You are not paying all this money just to have fun. You're paying this money to get a degree, hopefully get a job, and live your best adult life. And that's what I am at school for. And I think I did pretty well my first year. No, I actually did pretty well. Did I did pretty well my first year at Georgia State. I got good grades, and I owe that all to putting in extra time, staying up extra late some nights. I went to like SI sessions, and if you don't know what SI sessions are, you will learn about those quickly. I asked for help, and not every grade I got was fabulous and perfect. But in the end, my grades came out really well, and I just suggest that you also make sure you're putting in as much effort into schoolwork as you are, not even as much, you need to be putting more effort into schoolwork than you are into your fun social life, okay? Doing schoolwork and having fun should be a 60-40 breakdown. Now, honestly, it should be 80-20. But if we're being realistic, 60-40. So there are going to be some nights where you're going to need to stay up extra late, sacrifice your beauty sleep to get these good grades. And you know what? It will be really worth it at the end, because yeah, you can have all this fun in college, turn up all the time, go to all the concerts in the world, but when it's December, May, and you coming home and you're like, oh yeah, by the way, parents, I just did so trash. Like, no one wants to say that. You don't want your parents disappointed in you, and most importantly, you don't want to be disappointed in yourself. You'll be so happy and proud of yourself when you get good grades at the end of the semester because you did little extra things, or you didn't go to this event, or you stayed a little extra time after class. Like, it will be worth it. It will be so worth it, trust me. Because yes, you can have fun, but nothing beats the feeling of getting good grades. Like, literally nothing. 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 At least to me, anyway. At least to me. What else am I talking about? So another reason why I think I had a very good first year at Georgia State is because I know this is a boring topic, but I did my best to try and stay safe. Nothing beats a fun night, a fun year, a fun month, whatever, than when you're alive and safe and happy. Nothing beats that. Being in Atlanta, okay, I don't know about everybody who's watching this video, but I grew up in the suburbs basically my whole life, and being in Atlanta definitely was different for me. I had this stigma in my head when I went there that, oh my goodness, Atlanta's so dangerous. Like, oh my gosh, I have to be on high alert all the time. And yes, that's true. Like, you do need to be more alert and more aware of yourself in the city because cities are cities, okay? But I just feel like I probably put too much pressure on that in my first year or my first couple months at least. And there's no need to be super, super scared. Some of my tips though, at nighttime, I don't walk anywhere by myself ever. There's no reason to do that. You should always have someone with you. Um, just be aware of yourself. I also don't take Ubers and Lyfts by myself. I've never done that before, and so I know a lot of people do that, and y'all are probably watching this like, girl, you tripping. But I've just heard way too many crazy stories about Ubers and Lyfts, and so if you can avoid taking one all alone by yourself, do that. But if you have to, just be aware, be careful, have someone share your location, just anything. I never shared my location with people until I got to college, and so share your location with people. Um, a lot of girls at school also carry like little mini pepper sprays, so if that makes you comfortable, do that. Uh, and the homeless. Okay, so the homeless people downtown, I didn't know much about them, but anytime someone brought it up to me, it just seemed like it was this bad, like the homeless people are just terrible. And that's so not true. Okay, so you're gonna see a lot of homeless people when you're downtown. I don't know why, but there's a lot of homeless people in downtown Atlanta. And you're gonna see a lot, but trust me, it's not as bad as everyone makes it out to seem. Homeless people rarely ever bother you. Some of them will come up and ask you for food or money or something, but I mean, what do you expect? They're homeless. And if you have a couple dollars, a couple change, give it to them. I mean, that would be the nice, respectful thing to do. And if you don't have anything, then you don't. It's not really a big deal. Um, I just feel like people took some random one or two instances with homeless people and just lumped it all with all the homeless people in Atlanta, and that's just not true at all because they really don't bother you like that. They don't. Um, and homeless people, they just don't bother you. You're going to see a lot of different types of people though when you're at school, whether you're living on campus or not. When you're walking to class, when you're walking to the gym, when you're walking to Starbucks, okay, you're going to see all sorts of people, whether it's Georgia State people, whether it's people who look like they're in college but they're not, whether it's middle-aged adults who are in the workforce, whether it's homeless people. You're going to see a lots of different types of people. And just because a person looks normal doesn't mean they are. So of course, always be aware of your surroundings, be careful, and yeah, you should be good. You should be safe. You should be good. Don't be a scaredy cat like I was. Don't do it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you got a little insight into how to live your best life at college. Like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you did not watch my first ever video where I visited Slutty Vegan with my friends, go ahead and like, comment on that video as well. And also tell me what you want to see on this channel. Since I'm starting this channel, I want to make videos that people want to see, so let me know. Also, if you see me on campus, don't be afraid to say hi and talk to me. I'm super extroverted. I love making new friends, I hope this video encourages you to apply to Georgia State if you haven't, or if you did and you're going. I hope this video encourages you more and just shows you how much your first year is going to be amazing. And so, yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.